I'm Emma Cherniavsky. I'm the CEO of UK for UNHCR. We're the national charity partner for the UN Refugee Agency here in the United Kingdom. And our mission is to mobilize the public and to build partnerships in the UK for people who want to support refugees and the work that UNHCR does to assist and protect refugees around the world.
Well, it's very important work, especially at the moment. So I imagine you must be a very busy woman. And what does digitalisation mean to you and your organisation?
So for us, it's really meant an acceleration of what's possible around data and analysis, and really being able to deliver tailored journeys for donors, and to be able to build content in a way that is very customized, but also being able to bring stories from the field directly, and to enable refugees to share their own stories with us from the ground, and also through a storytelling program that we have. I think looking ahead to the role of AI and where that's going, I think a lot of charities like mine are just now wrapping their heads around what's possible using AI and deploying AI in terms of content generation, in terms of data and insights. And it's really useful to have the opportunity to hear from some experts this evening and understand better how we can use AI in a way that is ethical and in a way that is transparent, and stays true to our values as a charity.
And just jumping off script here a minute, if that's okay with you. What's one example of a story that you have shared that has done really well, that really created a huge amount of impact through the digital space?
Earlier this year, we launched a campaign called Teach AI, and we discovered that a lot of AI, when you ask for images of refugees, you are served images that are quite dehumanizing and quite disempowered. And so we invited members of the public here in the UK to engage in choosing images about refugees that were more positive, that were more empowering. And through that campaign, we've been able to generate engagement and help engage with AI and technology companies to make sure that the images and the content that AI is sharing about refugees is more true to life.
How important is digitalisation for the philanthropic space?
I think digitalization is critical for the philanthropic space. I think what's challenging again for charities and for individuals is to really understand and keep pace with the changes.
Thank you. And what is your impression of Global Philanthropic?
So I've known Global Philanthropic for a number of years in a couple of in many different capacities, and I think tonight's event really reminded me that Global Philanthropic has always been really master and genius at the storytelling. And I think ultimately you can have lots of digital technology, you can have AI, you can have many ways that data and technology can assist your work in philanthropy. But at the end of the day, what really makes a difference in philanthropy and for charities is the storytelling piece. And I've found tonight's stories from Lady Edwina Grosvenor and from Jeff Holt, and about the film, about the Great Walk in India on behalf of women, incredibly powerful and moving. And I think while AI will in the future play a role, and a very important role, in terms of data and in terms of content generation, I think that storytelling piece, and also when it comes to strategy, when it comes to analysis, that is still something that we will continue to rely on individuals for that. And it's going to be really interesting moving forward to see how that human piece, that storytelling piece, interacts with what AI is going to make possible in the future. And I think we're still really at the beginning of what that journey will do for philanthropy and for charities.
Thank you. That's really kind of you. Sort of building on that a little bit, what was your highlight of the evening?
I think for me, the highlight was really hearing from two founders who have built their impact and their journey in terms of philanthropy and making a difference in the life of others. So hearing from Lady Edwina about her journey, starting in a relatively privileged life, but from a very early point, developing a passion around prisons and how to make that, how to bring her expertise and her influence to make a difference, and deciding that women and how to help women offenders and create a more a journey for them that would be focused on rehabilitation and around community work as opposed to incarceration is an incredibly powerful illustration of how someone can use their influence and their expertise and their resources to make a difference in the life of others and to really genuinely be involved in shaping that. I think also hearing from Jeff Holt and his incredible journey to building a charity that would enable people with disability to experience the joy and the power of being on a boat, being on the sea, and being able to really be liberated through that experience. It's a very, very powerful story. And to see that he's on this journey now around the UK, he's had a long day, and yet he chose to spend part of his evening with us, sharing and inspiring us with his journey and with his determination and his commitment to helping others.
Thank you so much.